Alright guys, cross my heart, hope to die. I promise you I will play you the Erasure song at the end of the day as we do our closing credits. I want to give a shout out to Flux as well for joining us in chat. Hi, hello sir, good to see you once again, but guys, here we are. Donovan mimicking our introduction. We are in the game 4 for the finals of the ZOTAC Cup, and you guys might be thinking, what crazy tournament do we have Hyun and Polt squaring off against one another? Well, it's none other than the weekly ZOTAC Cup every Saturday, every Sunday. $100 on the line, winner take everything. And it's a great tournament. Both of these players have been playing in for months at this point. I do hope you guys will play and sign up for more. It's a free tournament. It's open. There are no requirements to play in this. Just have some fun. Lose to Polt on your way to the finals. Whatever it is you need to do. But guys, getting into this properly, this is Rifkin. I'm casting with Masan from Quantic Gaming. And spawning here in the lower left corner of the map, he's our blue Terran player. For CM Storm, it is Polt.
And spawning in the top right corner, QuanticHyun!
Man, I you know what? Hang on. I gotta match the game here. In the lower left corner of the map, it's none other than CMStormPolt! Man, we need real hype. Like, where's the audience when we're at home, right? Like, if the Twitch chat could cheer for us and like produce audio, that would be sick. But guys, this could be the last game of the day, being that it is a best of 5. For those who don't know and familiar with the format for whatever reason, Polt is one victory away from winning it all. And there we go, we got the chat cheering loudly. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
And Masan bringing out the worst in me. But okay, before we got into the game, I tried asking Masan, just blindly, the fact that it's Star Station, in your expert Zerg opinion, what do you think would be the best way for him to conquer the way Polt's been playing?
I think it's really the way Hyun's been trying to play with the Urge-Ling Baning is really good on this map as well as the Belcher. Just because the third expansion is just so exposed. Well, the third base is so exposed. If you look at it, it is completely separated from main and natural as far as the Urge-Ling Baning attack goes. And if you have any wall, it's gonna go down. And the Urge-Ling Baning is designed so that it will mow down any ground army that Terran will have that is not in main and natural. So I think that push will work greatly if he can pull it off.
Well, let's not forget too, one of the greatest things about this map in general is there's lots of big engage areas. There's no chokes like there are on Neoplanet S, like those tiny corridors where you have to engage like single-handedly into Widow Mines. There's a lot of positions here where Hyun can attack from multiple angles on an army of Polt. And I think it was like, was it Meta with Artosis, where they were talking about, like, with Zerg players about what their favorite engagements are, and they couldn't agree on anything other than, like, a big open field and that's it.
Yep, big open field.
Well, you're gonna chase this.
Like that.
We actually don't have Polt opening with a Reaper this time. In fact, go for the bunker for the fast expansion that he took. This a little bit different than the way he's been playing the series so far, but not so drastically that it's like game changing. And oh, guys, it's gonna happen.
First blood. Is that going to be triple factory again, or?
Oh no, I was going for the first blood sharing. My mistake. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I forgot that you can't hear that. I always. It's a new thing we've been trying out on BaseTradeTV, by the way, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a fun little thing. We're not trying to make it too overkill by adding double kill or multi kill or anything like that. It's just put a smile on your face when the game starts. And Overlord here is in a bit of an awkward position. He can just move back here and be safe, but Polt's still crawling it around, kind of like a dog trying to herd the sheep in.
Mm-hmm. We can always, those Overlords are so annoying in Terran's perspective, because Overlord can see virtually anything comes out of Terran base without actually, like, risking itself.
Yeah.
And it's just this map, so it's being annoying with that. Although, Polt should have been taking the Watchtower on the top floor, actually, the 9 o'clock position, and he would have gotten that Overlord.
Well, SCV desperately trying to get back up here to see the gas count of Hyun, but sadly is denied. Roachborn coming up behind the natural mineralized as well. I'm not sure if that got scouted. Let me just check on that. No, it did not get scouted. So, well, not a terrible misstep by any means, but it looks like Polt. Is this going to be a Banshee opening again? No, the gas was so late. It can't be Banshees. There's no way.
It's going to be.
Oh,
it
wow.
Is going to be. It's just not going to be a cloak Banshee.
No, yeah, I was going to say, no cloak makes a lot more sense. A single Banshee, pretty nice investment for early on. Hellions paired with it can take any sort of queens that are on the front lines.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, like, for a second I was like, man, is it going to be siege tanks maybe? Because you just floated there, but you're right. The Banshee call, very nicely done, Masan. We got the second gas coming out now, but both players delaying their tech in exchange for units? Not a bad choice right now. because they're both playing a little bit blind. Neither quite knows what's about to hit them.
Yep, Hyun's gonna push with a gigantic Roach push, and the Banshee opening actually is pretty good against it, so we'll have to see how well Polt holds against the Roachling baiting push. That's gonna hit around 9 minutes. Ooh, 12 Roaches total popped out and going across the map.
I mean, the Banshee's gonna be nice, it'll chip away at them, but if it's in the wrong position on the map, it's gonna be very far off, and the Roaches don't exactly die quickly to much of anything.
Yeah. Well, Banshee actually kills the Roaches quite fast. Just like by the time Roaches get there, like get to the Karen base, those Roaches gonna be Hyun actually pulling back instead.
Curious choice. Well, he's meeting up with the Lings for the time being. His Baneling nest did just complete. We might see him circumvent and try and do a bit of a bust. He is sneaking in 6 Banelings here at the Watchtower.
So yep, he will push. He's just afraid of Banshee chipping away the Roaches. Because if you just let those Banshees just kill the Roaches, let's say you made 12 Roaches, and by the time it gets to Terran's front door, you're gonna be down to the 6 to 7 Roaches. Terran gets early enough.
We got the Banelings beelining into the supply depot. I think it'd be better if you waited for the next round, but instead just going to go full ham right now. And they're going to go straight for that bunker, but the Zergling's actually zoning them out right now. Oh no, Hyun, there we go, backing up. Gonna go for the top of the ramp, but Polt's not even fully walled off the top of the ramp. A little bit of a misstep here. Not even a little bit, this could be huge.
No, those Banelings are going to be huge.
Coming right into the SCV line. One does zone back towards the Hellions, but Polt splits all of his SCVs. Can he kill enough is the big question. Zergling still in the main. A couple Banelings just holding position. Should go for the middle line. There we go. Gonna try and connect with some SCVs. But Polt, this is really messy. The Roach is now finally coming across. He did wall off the top of his ramp, but Hyun's actually not caused that much damage. He's picked off 17 workers, and that's really nice and all, but, mules.
25 workers killed.
That's a lot better. That's a much better. Half the worker supply now here is for Polt. He's going to try and recover out of this. The choke in the main with these Widow Mines actually hurting his own units. But looks like he's finally starting to clean this up. But here comes round 2. All the Lings flooding across the map. And Marauders, Banshees, they don't exactly die quickly to Zerglings. But actually, I hold the phone. They're actually cleaning up the Zerglings quite effectively.
Yeah, again should have pulled back. But meanwhile, he's up 24 workers up.
Yeah, and an extra base too. I mean, Polt's just now taking his 3rd, but still, with no workers to saturate it, what can he really do with his base?
Well, you can really ignore the triple overall stuff. The fact that he has a 3 mules at a time, he has a 6 mules at a time working right now. The income temp's gonna favor Polt for next 90 seconds. But
oh my god, Masad, look at the Banshee kills.
Ooh,
22 kills. It's no small number.
It's Commander Banshee.
That was the best.
Most of it is just Lings though.
It was even so. That's 22 kills for the investment of 1 Banshee with no cloak. I was talking earlier about how like sometimes it's not worth it, but man, that Banshee has definitely paid for itself at this point.
Hyun's still going for Roachling Baning despite the fact that he saw the Banshee. I'd like to see him go Muta after seeing Banshee, but he's not going to. It's kind of an interesting choice.
I'll address this too, just while we got the army coming across the field. Someone's saying I'm geeking out a little bit. Guys, ZVT is my favorite matchup. Polt and Hyun are some of my favorite players. This doesn't get better for me than what it is right now. And this is live. There are no replays to be had. This is going on as we speak, guys. And the Overlords at the top part of the map are going to actually supply block Hyun. He's making 5 more though, so it's not going to be that big of a deal, but still, even being supply blocked for a moment, missing Larva, it sucks.
Yep.
Oh man. Does lift off. There's no anti-air here because again, Hyun, in that same trap he was in before, is lacking Mutalisks, lacking anti-air. Polt's going to be able to lift up to the top ledge here and cause a ton of damage from above. Ooh, one of the medivacs does go down.
But he didn't have anything inside, so...
It's a nice pick off of the medevac nonetheless. Zerglings are flooding in here. We check the upgrades right now. Hyun actually has no upgrades to be heard of, and Polt is coming up on 2-2. 1-1's about to kick in, but the timing is just the worst.
It can't be any better for Polt to hit that timing. And it is, I think he actually meant to hit that timing. Like, he started pushing out as soon as this 1-1 was done, so...
You know, I really like how much damage he's doing with these drops. Considering the fact that he took so much damage at home, we look at the worker count, it's starting to even out. The resources lost heavily in the favor of Polt.
Yeah, looking similar to last game where Hyun's units loss was almost a double of that of Polt, and it is looking that way now.
But in lower amounts, it's not 15,000, it is only like 5,000. But still, Polt coming across the field with those Widow Mines and those Marines. 2-2's not quite done yet, so he will be fighting an even upgrades for the start of this fight. But even so, Hyun, I don't feel is a great way to engage with this many Widow Mines. It's going to be hard to dodge around them. He's got some roaches, but not nearly enough to take this army head on.
Not yet. He has reinforcements coming from the main, and I think he will have enough to clean this up.
Units popping up left and right. Widow Mines are going down here, and yeah, there you go. The reinforcements are going to be enough to push this back. Just Marines, but here come those 4 Marauders, sorry, 2 Marauders and 2 Marines attacking the 3rd base. Polt, the master of diversion tactics, comes back in immediately, but only to find Banelings. Oh my god, drop into me.
I have not seen those multi-prong attack from Karen on the same day, where he was trying to kill the mirror line and harass the actual army at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, Polt's multitasking is just next level, guys, and I want to point out, Hyun actually just threw away like 5 Banelings to kill 2 Marauders.
Yeah.
It's these tiny little trades that are just making this game not go in his favor.
And he doesn't have any Infestor Payload or any other later tech in the way, so it's gonna be more difficult as time goes on, since the Polt is now up to 9 Medvacs, making up. Actually, he's done making Medvacs, he's gonna stay there at 9.
Yeah, he
but
really doesn't.
9 Medivacs is a lot. It's like with the Marauders and 9 Medivacs supporting it.
Yeah.
It's those Marauders not going to die.
Well, I like. Well, okay, he's now reproducing some, but I like that he kind of cut it back a bit though, because it is going to push into his supply. I mean, Polt's got 9 Medivacs, but if none of them can attack, what good are they?
Yep.
But okay, the force here is going to try and engage for Hyun outside the base. Widow Mines are going to go off, but not on favorable spots. So actually, Hyun has taken a great advantage into this, but there's that pickup. And despite the fact that one of these Medivacs is full with only 6 health on it, there's nothing Hyun can do. It's so sad to look at.
Here comes the drop play to the 3rd.
Yep, gonna just walk right into the middle line and pick up, go to the net, or to the main even, if this becomes problematic.
Just picked up 11 workers, I think
I thought he was gonna let that Marine die! He gets every single Marine out! No man left behind!
Nope.
But here we go, attacking into the 4th while this was happening. Hyun has not pulled his forces back. There's still a lot of roaches here, and he's poking away at Polt. Hyun's got a massive supply lead right now, but this is where he wants to be and where he should be. He's got all those roaches on the field, healthfully eating up that supply.
And if you look at the resources right now, Hyun has 24 gas, despite the fact that he's been on 4 gas. It almost hurts me. But he's now making 23 Banelings. He's about to max out. He will make a gigantic push soon. I don't know how Polt is gonna hold up against this, but he has a Planetary Fortress as well as a lot of Widow Mines back home.
Oh man, Hyun trying to get in here on top of the army. Some Banelings do connect under the Medivacs. And there's just so many roaches behind this. The pure amount of bio. Oh, the Widow Mine is going to go off on not favorable things. Hyun is just going to keep pushing off of this. And Polt, while it looked really good for him for quite some time, is now on the run. But of course, picking up, what can Hyun do but push? And it's exactly what he's going to do. Say, forget it, I can't deal with these Medivacs. Oh, some Lings actually going to get on top of these Marines, taking them on one at a time. But again, there's so many Medivacs here. These Marines are not going to go down anytime soon. So Hyun on the opposite side of the map, pushing heavily into Polt here. Banelings colliding, Marauders going down, the supply depots are not lifted, and Polt's going to actually find Hyun just walking into the base once again.
Polt's going to take out the 3rd, so Hyun actually has to win that.
He has to win the game with this. Yeah, he's got to cause so much damage with this. There's no Widow Mines back at home, though one of the biggest things going for him. Actually, there's 8 Widow Mine burrows, but of course the roaches don't really care. There's Overseers here as well. Hyun is actually not even trying to rally at home. Normally you see a Zerg player try and just soak up the units and stay at home, but he's just going full in with this. Everything's rallied across the field because, as Masan stated, he has to win, but it doesn't look like he can, guys. He's been driven back. Zerglings are running rampant across the map, but the supply for Hyun is less than 60. This is really not looking good.
Not at all.
Oh, 3-3 just popped as well. This is pretty much nail in the coffin here.
Yep.
GG, so 3-1. Polt, guys, will take this best-of-5 finals.
No.
The ZOTAC North American Cup. I know you're sad. I'm a little sad, too, because Hyun, I feel, has been dethroned officially now. there's this kind of awkward thing, guys, where Hyun and Polt have been coming very close to playing, but neither has played a single best of 3 in ZOTAC since HOTS came out.
Until this one?
No, this is the very first time they've played a best of 3. It's just the way times have worked. It's, you know, one person on the other side of the bracket, one person couldn't play this week. You know, it's lots of little things. It's crazy. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I do hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We cast ZOTAC every Saturday and Sunday. Masan has actually popped on for previous broadcasts as well. This is not his first one tuning in, so it's nice having him back once again. Big shout out to Happy is free in chat there, by the way. But guys, that's going to be it. Please hit the follow button on the channel if you want to see more awesome StarCraft action. We got the ZOTAC European Cup coming up tomorrow morning. You'll see some of these players like MMA recently took his first European Cup a couple weekends ago. He did play today, and maybe he'll play tomorrow as he is in Germany currently. Aside from that, there's always good signups, though, is what's always a good thing to look forward to. But that's going to be it for the broadcast, guys. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is right over here at Riff_Kings on Twitter if you want to catch me with more broadcasts when I go live. Masan is an awesome dude. Forget his Twitter. Please go follow his stream. If you liked his casting, he's very analytical, and he does this while he plays. There's not a lot of players that can talk and play at the same time, but Masan is going to be your guide to being a good Zerg player. So Masan, if you'd like to give out your stream, oh, it's in chat. You guys can click his name, but it is Masan SC. Masan, you have any actual shoutouts here?
Masan SC. My Twitter also is Masan SC. Shout out to my team Quantic, as well as the player who just well, it's sad means a little, but the player who just lost to QuanticHyun.